Well, good evening, everybody. We're at Roy Walton Stadium here in Lexington at Tates Creek High School. It's round two for the Tomcats as Ashland tries to bounce back from their opening night loss last Friday night as they lost at home on a time-expiring field goal by the Raceland Rams. Raceland won at 17-14, while the Rams went to 1-0. The Tomcats fall to 0-1. For Tates Creek and Ashland, well, they're drawing it up again. They have played before. The most memorable game, though, came in 1972 when the Tomcats and the Tates Creek Commodores played for the state championship. It's the last game ever played at Stoll Field in Lexington. I was there to witness it, and Tates Creek won it, and we didn't like that. 16-7. The Tomcats and Commodores have met only 4 times. Ashland's only won 1, and Tates Creek 3. The last time we played was at Putnam Stadium, where the Cats won at 23-12. Last time we were here at Tates Creek, the Commodores won 41-22. So it's Ashland and Tates Creek. The Tomcats, coached by Chad Tackett, in his 4th year with a record of 30-10. Jonathan Hawks is the head man at Tates Creek. He too is in his 4th year. He has a record of 20-15. Last week, the Tates Creek Commodores just murdered Mercer County on the road, 66-39. And as you'll hear Coach Tackett and I start here in the pregame, we can't score 66, not with our offense the way it is right now, but maybe we can as the season goes on. But right now, it would be very, very tough for the Tomcats to get anything done. But anyway, it's going to be a tough one. They are a very, very high-powered offense, obviously, and it's going to be tough for the Tomcats. They're going to have to score more than 14 points tonight. It's Ashland and Tates Creek. We'll come back in just a moment. We'll talk to head coach Chad Tackett. Stay with us here on 97.9 The River. Welcome back, everybody, to Tates Creek High School, where the Tomcats and Commodores get ready to do battle. Let's have a chat with Coach Chad Tackett.
Coach Chad Tackett, here we go, week 2. I guess if you're like most coaches feel like the most improvement they make maybe during the whole season is from week 1 to week 2. Is that hopefully what's going to happen tonight?
We hope so. We need all the improvement we can get. I thought we showed a lot of improvement from the first half to the second half last week. So hopefully, we've had a good week of practice. So hopefully we'll see another jump this week, and guys will continue to kind of settle in to their positions and play. And we won't have as many mental miscues and see a big improvement.
Let's talk about that first half. Saw some nervous, saw some butterflies, that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. First game for our quarterback and all that kind of stuff. But as the game went on, he got better, our team got better, and hopefully we will continue that upward climb.
Yeah, I think, not taking anything away from Raceland or making excuses, but, kind of reflecting on things, our second scrimmage probably needs to be more like a game-like scrimmage as opposed to just doing like 10 and 10,
Okay.
10 offensive plays, 10 defensive plays. But, I like scrimmaging a team like Huntington because of the skill set and the talent they bring.
Right.
But at the same time, that's their first scrimmage, so they're looking to do 10 and 10, and whether it's our second scrimmage, we need it to be more game-like, with down and distance and moving the chains and special teams. So, that's something maybe we need to look at moving forward. But I felt like our guys grew up a lot. We had some adversity. We lost 2 starters in the second quarter, and our guys grew up a little bit. But the biggest thing, they never wavered, they never backed down, they didn't tuck their tail. They didn't drop their head. They just kept playing, and I think they stuck together. And we came out at halftime, and we started rolling and started playing really well. And it was 14-0 at halftime. In the second half, it was 14-3 us. So it's a tale of 2 halves. But when you play good teams like that, you got to put two good halves together in order to win.
Is there some things that you look at there in the first half that you go, we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that are not easy corrected, but they are able to correct?
Yeah, it's blocking wise, it would be one guy miss a block here, and that would make the play go bad, or defensively, it's like the first play of the game, the 71-yard touchdown. Everybody's where they need to be except one person or 2 people, and the running back just kind of gets bottled up and stops, and everybody just kind of lets up. They're trying to find where he's at, and then all of a sudden he finds the open hole, and he scoots out of there, and it's a touchdown, and people are out of position where they can't make a tackle there, and so that was a bad way to start the game, first of all. But then you go into from an offensive standpoint, we threw the ball 2 out of the first three plays of the game, and I think if you ask Coach Dowdy, we probably wouldn't do that again. Breaking in a new quarterback, we need to help him out and play to our strengths and try to establish a run game and allow him to settle into the game and get his feet wet.
And Justin Hughes, I was very impressed. Guy hadn't played since the 8th grade. First starter as a Tomcat. Big show, big lights, big field, and all of a sudden, he got things under control. He did a pretty fair job for you.
Yeah, he did. And Justin doesn't get rattled very easily. He's very calm and cool and collected. And it was his first time playing since 8th grade, but he played a lot of basketball for us a year ago. On our championship run. So you look at it, he's been in some big games, just a different sport. So he understands what the expectation is and what he has to bring to the table. And I thought he did a fabulous job. I texted him Saturday morning and told him I was really proud of him because we put him in some bad situations, and especially like down in the red zone there toward the end of the game when we had that possession and we had the holding penalty that brought us back out of the red zone. Then we called 3 pass plays. We probably should have ran the ball a couple times there and not try to put it on his shoulders like that. But that's all hindsight. You live in a moment and you learn from your mistakes and you move on.
Let's talk about the good things. What even though it was a loss, but we played pretty well. I thought our defense was pretty doggone good. But what good things you say now, guys? That's a way to block, or that's a way to tackle, or run a route. Is that what you do?
Yeah, you look back. We showed the boys, some clips on Thursday of the things they did well. There's 40-some clips on there, and defensively. Talk about that for a second. You come out second half and you give up, about 80 yards of total offense. That if you do that and we had 3 turnovers, we forced 3 turnovers. You're supposed to win ball games that way. But we just stumbled our feet a little bit on offense. But even on the offensive side, there's multiple clips of guys driving their defender, 15, 20 yards downfield. And guys running hard and blocking on the perimeter. So, there's all kinds of clips. We just need to put it all together and make sure everybody's doing it on every single play. in order to be successful.
All right, you got a Tates Creek football team this week. Put up 66 points last week.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, they're super athletic, very talented. They're senior led. All their skill guys are seniors and back from a year ago, so they can score points in bunches. They're big up front, but we have to go down there. We have to control the clock and control the ground game and try to keep their offense off the field as much as possible. And the main thing is going down and being physical. Playing a physical style of football and hopefully get our offense rolling. And I feel like if we can do that, we'll be in good shape.
You mentioned the offense. I'm not sure we're capable of scoring 66 right now. Maybe a little bit later in the season, but not right now. But we still, whether we're playing Tates Creek or the girls team out back, we still got to get more than 2 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, I always feel like if you can limit the other team to 13 points or less, you got a chance to win. And we were close to doing that last week, and like I said, we forced 3 turnovers. So the offensive production's got to step up. We got to be able to find ways to get the ball in the end zone, and I feel like we will. As tonight and as the season goes, we got too many playmakers that can do stuff with the ball in their hands. So we got to find ways to get the guys the ball, and whether it's in space or behind the tackles, and give them a chance to be successful.
Okay. Well, I guess the big question is we had two dandies go down Friday night, and everybody keeps asking me, how's Ellis, how's Ashby, and I'll go to the coach and ask, how are they?
Well, Ellis is looking probably 4 to 6 weeks. He's got a little AC separation in his shoulder, and then Mav's done for the year. So hopefully we'll get him back next year, and he's going to have surgery soon on his knee, torn ACL. So hopefully he'll have a quick recovery, and the bright spot, like I told him this week, it's not a senior year, so things could be a lot worse, and he's still got another year to wear the maroon and white and rehab and get ready for next year, and I have no doubt he'll do that. And I just hate it for him because he's worked so hard for this season, and the stuff that he's done in the off season, and kind of get that ripped away from you.
What does that do to you? Because Matt played both ways. So now you got to have one on offense and one on defense.
Yeah, it's next man up, and I thought, defensively, I thought Tanner Woodman stepped in at corner and did a fabulous job for us, and he'll start this week at corner. And Nathaniel Williams came in at linebacker for Luke, and really played really well. He had it finished with about 6 or 7 tackles and did a great job. He was right on Luke's heels anyway. As far as starting last week, so he did a great job. And then offensively, we'll look at stable running backs. Brody Simpkins will get more carries, and Luke McCoy and Dalen Farrow and Trey Taylor. Those guys will step in and pick up Mav's role on offense.
Simpkins and McCoy, even though they didn't run it a lot, they sure do run hard.
They run hard. They run well behind their pads. They're good blockers. So they do a little bit of everything for us, and their offensive production will step up. They're both starters on defense, so they'll have to become two-way starters. But pretty much our whole secondary is outside of Tanner. So those guys just have to make sure they're in shape and be ready to go.
All right. Well, we've talked about Ashley and Ellis. Everybody else pretty healthy?
Yeah. We should get hopefully get Luke Corliss back next week. He's been out since camp from a knee injury, so I got a good feeling he'll be back next week. So that'll give us some depth up front on both sides of the ball. And Luke started for us last year on defense, so getting him back will be a key. He's strong as a bull, so it'll be good to get him back and ready to go.
Okay. What we got to do to beat Tates Creek?
I think obviously control the football. We got to take care of it. Establish a good ground game, and defensively we got to keep the ball in front of us. They beat Mercer with a lot of deep balls and throwing behind them, and we got to do a great job keeping the ball in front of us.
Okay. Good luck. See you after the game.
I appreciate it, Dickie.
Coach Chad Tackett of the Tomcats back in a moment. You're on 97.9 The River.
Welcome back to everybody to Roy Walton Stadium at Lexington at Tates Creek High School. The Tomcats and the Commodores of Tates Creek get ready to do battle. Ashland 0-1 coming in with their lid-lifting loss to Raceland, while the Commodores hammered Mercer County last week 66-39 to win their opener, and it's going to take a lot to the Tomcats to get going, but well, we've been in these situations before, and we'll see what else is going to happen. So there you go. So it's Ashland and Tates Creek here tonight. Beautiful evening for football, and we'll get going here in just a second. We've had some technical difficulties, not only with our equipment that I have here on the road, but back at the office and studios as well. And at least we're on the air, okay? I don't know how good a broadcast we'll have, but I'll do the best we can to get this thing in full swing and get us going. So there you go. All right, Lowell, I guess I need to take another little break and see what's happening and get my equipment. My equipment's doing pretty well, but it's got a little bug in it, so let me fix that during this commercial break. I'll be back in just a moment here on 97.9 The River. Well, welcome back, everybody. I don't know how long I'll be on the air because we're now having power problems here at Roy Walton Stadium at Lexington Tates Creek High School. But I wanted to tell you what has gone on. The game obviously has started. The Tomcats are leading Tates Creek at the present moment by a score of 13-9. Cam Davis ran the opening kickoff back to the 8. Justin Hughes went into the score, and the extra point was good to make it 7-0. Tates Creek went down, kicked the field goal. It was 7-3. And then Dalen Farrow fumbled the football in our own territory. They went down and scored, and Tates Creek led it 9-7. But since then, Cam Davis has scored. We missed an extra point, and that will make it 16-7. Ashland leads it, or 16 to, what did I say? 16-9, isn't it? Yeah, that would be 16-9. Is that right? Yeah, it looks like it's right. Yeah, we're close. 13-9. 13-9 Tomcats, because we mixed the extra point. All right, so it's Ashland 13 and Lexington Tates Creek 9 at the present moment. No guarantees I'll be lasting very long. Everything else is working except the power to the press box, and I know nothing about electricity. So I couldn't tell you if it's a transformer or a conduit or a electrical wire or whatever it may be. All I know is to plug things in and they're supposed to work. And we do have a battery backup, but part of our equipment is on a Wi-Fi system. And of course it has to have electricity. So if you don't have electricity, the Wi-Fi system doesn't work and we can't get connected. My equipment's working perfectly fine at the present moment, and back at the studio we're getting those problems solved. I want to thank Lowell and Kenny back at the studio doing a great job. And there's just some things you can't control. It's one of those Fridays that it's just one of those Fridays, and it's not even Friday the 13th, so I don't know what to tell you. But I can tell you that Ashland leads it right now 13-9, and if they ever get power and it's starting to fluctuate again, so if I lose you, you'll know what happened. But if it ever gets power that's good and steady, because it's not good for the equipment to go on and off and on and off, just like, your air conditioner or your furnace or your television or whatever it happens to be. So if we'll wait and see what happens. Tates Creek was 1-0 coming in. The Tomcats are 0-1, but the Cats lead it right now 13-9 over a 6A school, Lexington Tates Creek, trying to bounce back from losing to the top-ranked Ashland Rams in single A 17-14 last week. The good news is Tates Creek is not putting up 60 points tonight. Right now they only have 9. That's a good thing. All right, we'll tell you a little bit about that. Ashland 13, Lexington Tates Creek 9. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back with you here very shortly. Just stay with us. Sorry about all the problems we're having. And some are uncontrollable, and there's not a doggone thing I can do about it. So there you have it.
Game day is here, and Food Fair has you covered with tailgating and party trays. Whether you're hosting the big game or heading to a party, Food Fair has what you need to make a great day, win or lose. From wings and tenders to fresh fruit, veggie trays, and sandwich platters, there's something for everyone. Call ahead and Food Fair will handle the prep so you can focus on the fun. Food Fair, delightfully local, deliciously fresh, and your tailgating and party headquarters. FoodFairMarkets.com.
Hey Tomcats fans, with spring just around the corner, Ashland Milling Company is your one-stop shop for everything you need. For your yard, they offer 50-pound bags of weed and feed for only $39.95 and 50-pound bags of crabgrass preventer for $34.95. And don't forget about your garden. Ashland Milling boasts the largest selection of bulk garden seeds in the tri-state. Ashland Milling Company would like to say thanks for letting them serve you for over 150 years. Go Tomcats!
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, located at 230 16th Street in Ashland, is a great place to go for scrumptious home-style cooking and a friendly family atmosphere. Choose from a menu featuring yummy breakfast, tasty soups, salads, sandwiches, and entrees, and don't miss their mouth-watering daily specials. Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen's open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., closed on Sunday. Come on down and enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal at Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, 230 16th Street in Ashland.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We're at Roy Walton Stadium here at Lexington at Tates Creek High School. Well, we've had all kinds of problems tonight. We've had power problems that doesn't really take into account the whole press box. It takes into account the Wi-Fi, which feeds the Huddle feed, and that's why you people might be on Huddle or the NFHS thing. That's why you're not getting the game tonight, because the power and the camera aren't working. So there you go. So anyway, I can tell you that we have power for a few minutes, we hope, and I can just tell you what's happened. Ashland leads at 13-9. They got on top early when Cam Davis returned the opening kickoff back to the 8. Justin Hughes went in for the score, and it was Ashland 7 and Tates Creek 0. Then the Commodores went down the field. They kicked the field goal to make it 7-3. Tomcats led it. Tomcats had a fumble, which Tates Creek returned, got a touchdown, missed the extra point, and Tates Creek led it 9-7. The Tomcats, in turn, went right back down the field, and Cam Davis went in for the score, And the Tomcats, like Tates Creek, mixed the extra point, and Ashland led it and leads it 13-9. So that's all we got at the present time. And that's the way it's going to be. Other scores passed along to you. I can catch up on that. Rayson leads Louisville Pleasure Ridge Park 21-8. Russell is shutting out Greenup 21-0. Johnson Central 7, Madison Central 0. Boyd County leads Rock Hill 20-7. And Ironton plays tomorrow, and that's about all we can tell you. And of course, the Kentucky Wildcats play tomorrow as well, as they'll be hosting Toledo. I think that game starts at noon, but nevertheless. I know many of you have texted me and so forth and so on. What's going on? Well, I try to explain best I can. The Wi-Fi, our equipment works through Wi-Fi. I have battery for my equipment, but I have to have Wi-Fi to connect my equipment to the Wi-Fi so we can get it back to the radio station. Well, if the Wi-Fi doesn't have power, obviously it doesn't work. And as I said before, the camera is out too, so those of you that were wanting to watch the game on Huddle or NFHS, something like that, you're not going to get it either. They tell me that they're working on that problem, and right now, obviously, all is well. The power is up and running, but that doesn't mean it'll last very long. And I may get cut off right now, or it might be a minute or two from now. But when it happens, it's not good for our equipment, their equipment, anybody's equipment, when it fluctuates in and out and in and out and so forth and so on. It's just been one of those days. We got things fixed back at the studio. That's a good thing. Thank you, Kenny and Lowell, for getting that all done. My equipment's working perfectly right now. And but it's been quite a day, and I'll try and keep you informed best I can, as long as I can, until the juice goes out again, and then I'm at the disposal of the problem that we're having. So that's the way it is. All right. I don't think there's anything else for me to add, except that Ashland leads at 13-9. So we'll throw it back to the studio, and also want to, while I have just a moment, I also want to say hello to Hobie Rogers. He's a little bit under the weather. He didn't make it down here tonight. Tim Dooley is fighting an illness at the hospital. We want to send our good thoughts and prayers out to him. And, of course, my brother had surgery this week. My brother Scotty. Thousands of you know him, and of course he's my brother, you know. And he had some surgery today. Not today, I'm sorry, 2 days ago, and came through it beautifully. Is at home resting and rehabilitating and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to thank everybody for their prayers and concerns and good thoughts about my brother, because, you know, he's my brother, okay? Come on. If you like me, you got to like him. If you like him, then you got to like me. So that's about the way it is. Anyway, just wanted to thank everybody, all the thousands that have asked about my brother Scott. He's doing good. And I'm doing pretty good, except for all these little hiccups we get from time to time. Hopefully they won't happen again, but it does happen. We'll send it back to the studio. Glad you're here along with us on 97.9 The River. And hopefully the power will stay on, and we can get...
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Welcome back. It's good to have you back, and I'm so sorry about all the problems we've had this evening, but they have assured me that the power will stay on to the Wi-Fi. They don't have a generator or anything hooked up, but they did assure me it will be okay. We are at halftime. We hadn't started the second half yet. I could tell you Ashland leads it 29-9 over Lexington Tates Creek. So that's the way that is. Tates Creek tonight's dressed in maroon with white trim and numerals. Tomcats are in all white from head to toe. Cats will kick it off. Barnett will set to kick it off, and Tates Creek will get the third quarter. Now again, I'm not promising anything, but they have pretty much assured me that we'll have power the rest of the way out. But if it goes off again, we'll try and reconnect again. That's all I can tell you. We're doing the best with what we got. All right, Barnett high end over end, taking it about the 8-yard line, straight upfield. Big hole opens up for Tates Creek. He breaks a tackle at the 50. Barnett's trying to chase him down at the 30, 25-20, and they finally wrestled him down. No, I believe he got in. Official over there on the far side said no, may have stepped out of bounds. Yep, but a great kickoff return for Lexington Tates Creek, and after trailing 29-9 here at half, the Commodores have a chance to cut right into that lead as we start the third quarter. Tates Creek will break huddle. Their quarterback is Burnside. Their big running back is Allen. He gets a lot of yardage. Evans and Cooper are also back there. They also have a couple of wideouts in Cooper, Taylor, and Cooper. Well, they say he did get in. They did. One official overruled the other, and apparently the Tates Creek's on the board as they get the big run back from that would go about 92 yards after Ashland's blocking just collapsed, or tackling. Their kickoff was just not there, and big hole opened up, and they ran it right up the gut, and away they went. Tates Creek's having trouble getting their extra point team on the field. They're going to have to burn a timeout, believe it or not. We're just a few seconds into the third quarter as Tates Creek ran the opening kickoff back and now trail it 29-15. So we'll keep it here since we've been off the air so much. I wish I had some stats to get to you, but during that first half, I don't think I saw two plays. Trying to get our equipment to work and running back and forth here and back and forth there and so forth and so on. So there you go. Their kicker is, I've got that right here in front of me. Don't get excited. Blake Hitchcock. He's a senior, right-footed, awaiting the snap. And Tates Creek trying to cut into the Tomcat lead with Ashland leading at 29-15. That one went right through the uprights. With 11:47 to go here in the third quarter, only 13 seconds on the clock, but the Commodores have come back and make it a 29-16 lead. 2 touchdown or 2 score lead for the Cats, and they'll get the football right back. Well, we'll come back. Hopefully the power is going to stay with us. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Hi, I'm Elise Smith, First Lady of Marshall University and founder of the Women Warrior Summit. As a woman of Appalachia, you know how much strength it takes to shift direction, especially when you're carving a new path forward. Maybe you've been thinking about changing careers, going back to school, or even refocusing your energy on something you once loved. I'm so proud to announce that the Women Warrior Summit is back for its 3rd year, where we'll be focusing on the power of pivoting and how to approach life's turning points with clarity, courage, and intention. We'll hear from journalist, author, and entertainer Hoda Kotb, explore Jenny Blake's coveted pivot method, and even talk about how AI can support our next steps, whatever they may be. Join us Friday, October 24th at the Marshall Health Network Arena. Visit womenwarriorsummit.com to learn more. I hope to see you there.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
Ensuing kickoff is into the end zone, and the Tomcats will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. It bounced at about the 2, and Davis went in to get it, but he was standing on the end line, or the goal line, I should say. And Ashland will take over 1st and 10 at their 20. Tomcats lead at 29-16 over Tates Creek. We're just seconds into the third quarter. Ashland led 29-9 at half, but the opening kickoff run back by the Commodores. Tomcats break huddle. It'll be Hughes at the quarterback slot. And in the backfield, I don't have any statistics as I told you, but we got 2 wideouts. I beg your pardon. 1 wide out to east side, a tight end. Hughes in the shotgun formation. And he's got Cam Davis back there with him. He's going to run it straight up the gut. Davis will get 3, maybe 4, as he brings it up near the 23 or 24-yard line. Because we started at the 20, did we not? That's right. So, let's see where they spot it. Right at the 23 and a gain of 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7 for the Cats. I'll apologize. Everybody's texting me with this, that, and the other. Where are you? So forth and so on. Well, I don't have time to get back to you because I'm trying to get on the air. All right, 2nd and 7. They pitch it wide, and across the 25, 26-yard line comes Davis again. The Tomcats will come up with a 3rd down, and let's see, we're going to how Mr. Official will spot it. 26, a gain of 3 more, and the Cats will have it 3rd down and 4 at their own 26-yard line. I think it's important here for the Tomcats to get a little something going after Tates Creek ran back the opening kickoff. Here's Hughes to throw out in the flat, got his man across the 30, 35-yard line. 1st down for the Tomcats as they convert a big one up near the 36, 37-yard line for the Cats. And I believe that was Sam. Nope, that was Duckweiler. Duckweiler got the pass from Hughes, and the Tomcats pick up the needed yardage, about 9 on the play. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats as they convert on a big 3rd down at their own 27. We're playing on artificial surface here at Lexington Tates Creek at Roy Walton Stadium. They give on the counter, big hole, 40, 45, 50. Inside the Tates Creek 49, 48-yard line comes the Tomcats' Cam Davis. Big hole up front. Great blocking up front for the Tomcat offensive line. It's a big gainer of about, let's see, we're going to spot the football at the 48. That'll be about 12 more yards, and the Tomcats have yet another 1st down. Cats are driving, leading it 29-16. 1st and 10, Ashland, Tates Creek side of the 50, just shy of the 48. 2 wideouts to the top side, 1 to the right, and they give it straight up the middle, and I believe that's Simpkins who carries the football, and I mean he's a bull. He's inside the 45, 44, 43-yard line. They can't bring that big horse down. He's a big one. And only a junior at 6'2", 210. Gain of about 5 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Cats now. At their own, at the Tates Creek, just shy of the 43. Wide out to the near side comes Wolf. 2 wideouts and Duckweiler Lions up top in the shotgun U, straight up the gut. And we didn't get much, maybe a yard. Still battling, though, inside the 42, maybe the 41 if it's a good spot. Brings up 3rd down to the Tomcats. They did give him a pretty good spot. Down to the 41-yard line, and we'll take it, make it 3rd down and about, we'll call it a short 3, a long 2 for the Cats. Trying to convert on 3rd down here, leading at 29-16 over Tates Creek. 2 wideouts right, the wide side of the field. Hughes going to give. Counter plays upside. Breaks the tackle inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Goes the Tomcats, and another Tomcat 1st down, another conversion on 3rd down for the Cats. And that's a big gainer for the Cats. Tomcats are driving here in the 3rd. Take it from the 41 to the 35 and a gain of 6. 1st and 10, for the Cats at the Tates Creek 35. 2 wideouts to the left, the wide side, 1 to the right at Wolf. Give it to Cam Davis, straight up the gut. Whoop, didn't get much. He's still battling, though. Gets it inside the 33, maybe the 32-yard line. He was hit the line of scrimmage, and just by pure guts and pure power, they're going to give him a great spot down to the 31-yard line on a gain of 4. Good run by Cam. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 for the Cats, just outside the Tates Creek 31-yard line. Tomcats up by 13, 29-16 here at Roy Walton Stadium at Tates Creek. Duckweiler and Lions go to the left. Football in the middle of the field as Mason Wolf comes right, using the shotgun. This time he's going to throw the football out in the flat wide open inside the 30 down to the 27, 28, 27-yard line. Going to be short of the 1st down. I believe that was Sam Lyons, and it was for the Cats. Brings up a 3rd down situation for the Tomcats, but quite honestly, we're in 4-down territory. 3rd down about 2 on a gain of 3. So we'll call it 3rd down and 2 for the Cats. We're in 4-down territory at the Tates Creek 27. Again, 2 wideouts to the right, Lions and Duckweiler. Wolf goes to the top, the short side of the field. Football at the far hash mark, using the shotgun. Going to give it straight up the gut. He's not going to get there. Down near the 27-yard line. Got to go to the 26. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Cats. Can't let this drive stall out. Got to keep it going. Tomcats take their wideouts and put in the big jumbo lineup. It'll be 4th down about a yard for the Cats now. At the Tates Creek 32, nope, that's not 32, that's a 27. We got to go to the 26. We go to the wishbone formation. Tomcats in the wishbone. Hughes goes up under center. He's going to give it last man through Simpkins. He's got the 1st down inside the 25, down near the 24-yard line. Big Simpkins picks up another Tomcat 1st down. He'll take it from the 27, and they'll give him a good spot, I hope. Right at the 24 and a gain of 3, and the Cats pick up that big 4th down conversion. Keep the drive alive. That's what it's all about. Ashland leading at 26-19, nearing the red zone at the Tates Creek 24-yard line. Tomcats went to the wishbone that time. Chad Tackett said we might see a little bit of that, and we saw a little bit of that. 1 wide out to each side as Hughes in the shotgun formation. The eye is tucked behind him, and it goes to the left side. They're tucking it outside. He's at the 15 to the 10, down inside the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Tomcats. Tates Creek missing all kinds of tackles, and great run for the Cats, and the Cats have put 6 more up on the board, and now lead it by the count of 35 to 16. Good run for the Cats, and the Tomcats get another score and up by 3 scores now. We have an injured Tates Creek player back at the 25-yard line. Don't know, we got 2 injured Tates Creek players. I beg your pardon, not 1. We got 2. We got one down to about the 24, another one down to 27. Could be just cramps. It is a warm evening, but you don't know. I don't know if Coach Chad Tackett will go for 2 here or not, but the Cats do lead it by the score of 35 to 16. That's a 19-point difference. If you went for 2, it goes to 21. If you go for 1, it goes to 20. Either way, Tates Creek's got to have 3 scores. Period. End of quote. Tomcats will play next Thursday night now. Mark that on your calendar. We got to go to Louisa next Thursday night down to Lawrence County, as Ashland will take on the Bulldogs of Coach Alan Short next Thursday night. Kickoff at 7:30. It's a Thursday night game. Off Friday, and then we get to come home to face East Jessamine, the Jaguars, at Clark's Pumpkin Shop's Putnam Stadium. We can tell you tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Community Trust Bank. Our pregame coaches interview, you heard, I think, all of that, helping build communities since 1903. Our postgame coaches interview will be brought to you by McLeod's Body Shop, and Kentucky Farmers Bank will have our player of the game. It's going to be hard for me to decide because I only got to see about 2 or 3 plays of the first half, and luckily we've got the power back on and pretty stable right now. But these machines, these new high-tech machines we use for broadcasts and stuff, they're very fragile, and a little spark or surge or whatever electricians or power companies call it, it'll knock you right off the air real fast. So, and that's a problem we've been having, but they assured me everything is, they didn't guarantee it, but they assured me. Both Tates Creek's players are coming off the field. One is being, he's not able to walk, so he's coming to the sideline. The other one is limping pretty badly, and he's having to, he can walk a little bit, but he's stumbling a lot. All right, the Tomcats leading at 35 to 16. I'll get it right in a minute. Cats will go for 2 here and try and go up by 21. McCoy in the backfield, Simpkins and Davis. Hughes goes up under center. He's going to give it. Last man through, and that's McCoy, and he busts through for the 2-point conversion. McCoy goes in from 2 yards out, and the Tomcats now lead it by 21. It's Ashland 37 and Lexington Tates Creek 16 here at Roy Walton Stadium in Lexington at Tates Creek High School. Nice game so far for the Tomcats, and hopefully the broadcast is doing a lot better than it was in the first half. We'll come back with more in just a moment. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
All right, we're back, and the ensuing kickoff is going to be a squib kick taken by an up man. I think it was Allen at about his 30, gets up near the 33-34, and Tates Creek will start there, 1st and 10, trailing it now by 21, 37 to 16 to the Cats. Cats trying to get even. They're 0-1 right now, having lost to Raceland in their opener. I'll catch you up on some scores here shortly. Just bear with me. I'm still trying to get my roundabouts and where I am and what I'm doing, okay? Burnside is your quarterback. Wide out to the near side comes, I think that's Cooper. It is Cooper. And up on top is Taylor. In the shotgun formation, here is the give on the left side. Bounces outside. Tomcats with great pursuit. Going to run him out of bounds up near the 35, 37, maybe 38-yard line. Good pursuit from the Tomcats on the running back, J.T. Cooper. There's two Coopers. There's a Luke and a J.T. And that was Luke, number 4. He'll take it from his, I don't know, about his own 34-yard line. Bring it up to 38. We'll give him 4. Call it 2nd and 6 for Lexington Tates Creek at their own 38-yard line. Ashland leading it 37-16. In the I formation, in the shotgun, the long I, 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left on the short side. Give it straight up the middle. There goes Allen, and the Cats are all over him. Good hit over there. I think that was Simpkins, and it was. Good hit over there by Simpkins, who lays him down right at the line of scrimmage. Basically, no gain there for Allen. He had a big game last week. Rushed for over 100 and received for over 100. Of course, they beat Mercer County 66-35 or something, whatever it was. We'll call it no gain on the play. 3rd down for Tates Creek. This would be a good one to stop them on, with the Cats leading it by 21. Into shotgun, Burnside puts a man in motion. He's going to flip it to that right side to Taylor. Taylor's going to cut the corner. He'll get a yard maybe up near the 38, and that'll bring up 4th down for Tates Creek. Good job of the Tomcat defense again. Ashland's defense played well last week. You know, we only gave up 14 points, and that was in the first quarter, and outscored them from that point on 14-3. It was the offense that didn't get going, but boy, this offense is moving it tonight. They put up 37 points. It'll be 4th down for Tates Creek, 4th down about 6, and they're going to punt that football away. Cam Davis will go back in single safety, or will he? No, he's not. He's not going to go back, or is he? Now he starts back. He's inside the 40. He's not back but about 20 yards, so he doesn't expect this one to go. Hitchcock is your punter. He awaits a snap. Oh, it's over his head. He picks it up. He gets it off. Turns out to be a pretty good kick. But it'll go out of bounds on the far side at inside the 35. It was over his head. He picked it up and kicked it out of bounds and got it to about the 35-34. Nevertheless, the Tomcats will get great field position. Ashland will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34-35-yard line. On top, 37-16. We're in the 3rd quarter here at Tates Creek High School in Lexington. Another big weekend here in Lexington, of course. You got the Kentucky Wildcats under Mark Stoops opening up tomorrow against Toledo. Duckweiler and Lions will come to the near side. Wolf will go up on top the short side. Using the shotgun on a delay give, and that's Davis around the 30, 35, breaks a tackle to the 40, up near the 41. And yet another Tomcat 1st down. Nice run by Davis. Tomcats offense moving the football tonight. I got him with over 60 yards, probably. Well, let's see how many picked up on that one. He got 12 more on that one. So that'll give Ashland over 70 yards in this quarter alone, rushing the football. Pretty good job, if you ask me. Oh, there was a flag. Sorry, didn't see it. And it's against Ashland. Okay, we're going to erase that. Nice run by Cam Davis. I think it was a push in the back. That'll take it inside the 30, and the official will spot it at the 30, 20. Okay, ref, stop. 27-yard line. 1st down all over again, but now it's 1st at about 20. Again, 3 wideouts to the right. Davis joins the crew with Lyons and Duckweiler. Wolf to the left. Hughes in the shotgun. Going to give it to Farrell. Farrell's going to bump it outside. Doesn't get much. Maybe a yard or two up near the 29, 30-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and long for the Cats for Justin Hughes, the sophomore quarterback for the Cats. Well, let's see. He got about, Yeah, they're going to give him an awful good spot up near the 28-yard line. That ain't bad. Second down and still long. We're still behind the chains. Playing behind the chains is not good. They give it. Here is Davis. Oh, I beg your pardon. Hughes takes it right out of the gut of Davis. Throws it out in the flat to Duckweiler, who's wide open, and he underthrew him. Incomplete. Tough pass. But quite honestly, should have been able to hit him. Third down for the Cats. Third and about 11 at their own about the 29, 30-yard line. Ashland leading it 37-16. 3-touchdown lead to the Cats here in the third. Tates Creek in a 4-man front. Hughes in the shotgun. 3 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Hughes rolling right, looking upfield. They've got him in the backfield, and down he goes inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. Well, he didn't really have a chance to get that one off. Tomcat blocking up front, caved in, and lose big yardage. And it brings up fourth down for the Cats, and Cam Davis will have to boot it away on fourth down, and they spotted right out the 20, so I guess we lose about 8 or 9 there. And now the officials are talking things over like there's something now. We got an injured Tates Creek player, too. He just went down at about the 18-yard line. And I don't know if that's a cramp or another knee injury. They had 2 go down back on their last series, and one couldn't walk off the field, and the other one had to have a lot of help. But they're working on him down there at the 19-yard line. Will be fourth down. And probably about 18, 19 yards to go, and Davis will be forced to punt. Ashland leading it 37-16. 3-touchdown lead here in the third. Beautiful stadium here at Roy Walton Stadium. Beautiful facility. Tates Creek last year went 6-4, lost in the first round of the playoffs here at home against Madison Central under fourth-year coach Jonathan Hawks. Still attending to the injured player. I don't think that's a cramp. The way they're moving that, or not moving that left leg, it looks like more than a cramp. They're, you know how they kind of wobble the knee there a little bit like a ACL. And of course, we also want to send out our best to Tomcat football players Luke Ellis and Maverick Ashby, injured last week in a Tomcat loss to Raceland. Ashby's lost for the season. The good news is he's only a junior. He'll be back for his senior year, and he'll be bigger, stronger, and better than ever. And Ellis will be back in, I'd give him about a month, maybe 5 weeks, about district tournament time. All right, Davis ready to punt as they get the injured Tates Creek player off the field with a lot of help. It'll be fourth down. They give Ashland a pretty good spot to 21. So it's fourth at about 16. Davis set the punt away for the Tomcats. Tates Creek's Allen is back inside the 50 at about his 45. Awaiting the snap. It's a good one. Davis will get it off. Low line drive. It'll hit the 45. Picked up by Allen. Tay gives it to Taylor. Taylor will run across the 50. There he goes down the sideline, breaking tackles inside the 25 and down to the 21-yard line. Tomcat special teams have really not done a very good job here in the third. Tates Creek ran the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, and on that one they get about a 30-yard return on the punt. So that's not a very good job, and Tates Creek's right in business as the Commodores will have it first and 10 just outside the red zone at the Tomcat 21. Ashland leading it 37-16. Here in the third, we're nearing the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Burnside will be your quarterback. Allen's in the backfield. We got 2 wideouts to the left, and Cooper and Taylor. And the other Cooper, JT, goes up on top the wide side. Burnside in the shotgun, puts a man in motion, looks to throw the football, rolls to his right, pumps. Tomcats got him in the backfield. Good job by the Tomcats. Keyshawn Newman got him back near the 27, 28-yard line, a tackle and a big sack. And we got second down and long. Good job by Keyshawn Newman as they lose yardage back about 6 yards on the play. And Tates Creek's offense hadn't done a lot here in the third. They scored on a kickoff return. All right, second down and 16 for Tates Creek at the Ashland 30, let's call it the 29. Here's Taylor going to give it straight up the middle to Allen. Allen bangs forward down near the 26, maybe the 25-yard line. Brings up third down for Tates Creek. They're still working behind the chains. They're just out inside the Tomcat 30. They got to go to about the, I'd say close to the 13-yard line. So it's going to be third down and about 12, 13 yards to go. New quarterback for the Tates Creek Commodores comes out. One of the wideouts, Taylor, is now your quarterback. And so he's going to play quarterback. And Evans is tucked in behind him in the shotgun. Here is Taylor throwing across the middle. Got his man at the 10. Down to the 5. Breaks a tackle. Headed to the sideline. And he will get in for the score. I think he did. Nice catch over there by Cooper. And Tates Creek's right back on the board and right back in this thing. On the pass from Taylor to Evans. Cooper for the score. That covers 29 yards, and Tates Creek's cut the lead back to 37-22. In to try the extra point will be Hitchcock. Clock is stopped. Just less than 30 seconds to go here in the third. Ashland with a 2-touchdown lead. Let's see what Hitchcock can do here. Awaits a snap. It's a good one. Ball is placed by Taylor, is up and splits the uprights. So with about 29 seconds to go here in the third, it's now Ashland 37 and Tates Creek 23. We'll return in just a moment here on Cat Sports.
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com.
School's back and so is the routine. Food Fair is here to help make mealtime easier with Food Club and Craven Flavor snacks. Perfect for breakfast, lunchboxes, or quick dinners on the go. From hearty breakfast options to after-school treats, these exclusive brands deliver the taste your family loves without busting your budget. At Food Fair, we're committed to affordable quality. That means snacks and meal solutions that work as hard as your family does. Shop smart this school year. Delightfully local, deliciously fresh. Only at Food Fair.
Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Tomcat lead is shrunk to 14 points at 37-23. Tates Creek ready to kick it off. Cam Davis in single safety. And that ball is going to be squibbed, and Ashland will fall on it with great field position at the 43. Didn't see who got on top of that, but whoever it was did a great job. And that gets the Tomcats some good field position. Ashland will start first and 10 at their own 43-yard line, leading it 37-23. Wouldn't hurt to go in for a little score here as we near the end of the third quarter, and we'll start the fourth. It'll be Hughes at the quarterback. Duckweiler, no, that's Wolf coming to the near side. Lyons, Davis, and Duckweiler go to the left. And Hughes in the shotgun formation. And he's got Simpkins back there with him. Simpkins going to get the call off the left side, busts it outside the 45. Still on his feet and still fighting up near the 46-yard line comes Simpkins. So the Tomcats keep it on the ground. Can't blame them. Been very successful here in the third. I got them with over 70 yards rushing. We have a flag over there on the far side, or an injured player. I'm not real sure, but officials are talking it over. They have ended the third quarter, and I can't tell what they're going to do. But the third quarter has come to an end. At the end of three, it is Ashland 37 and Tates Creek 23. We'll be back in just a moment here on 97.9 The River.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Clark's Pump and Shop is honored to serve the tri-state area with money-saving monthly specials on items that you love. Download from their app from the App Store, or even more great value, sign up for their Clark's Loyalty Rewards to get cents off gas and earn points on each purchase to redeem for free products. Stop in today for fast, friendly customer service. Clark's Pump and Shop is a proud supporter of the Ashland Tomcats, fueling our hometown spirit every day. Return, refresh, and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Start of the fourth as the Tomcats have it 2nd and 8. They give it to McCoy off that left side. Doesn't get much. Maybe a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Cats. Cats leading it 37-23. 3rd down, about 7 for the Cats at their own 45. They got to go just shy of the 43-yard line, 48-yard line of Tates Creek. Tomcats look at the sideline for the play. Looks a little confused out there as Duckweiler will go to the right. Wolf comes to the near side with Davis, and Lyons will go to the right. So we got twin wideouts at both sides. Hughes in the backfield on 3rd and long. Hughes takes a snap, rolls to his right, under pressure now. Sidesteps one, looks downfield. Got his man, but he dropped the football at the 45. That's Davis. Would have been a 1st down, but couldn't quite hang on. It'll be 4th down for Ashland, 4th and about 7 at their 45-yard line. Well, that happens. Davis got a hand on it, but a good hit back there in the secondary by Tates Creek's Taylor, and the Cats will have to punt away. So hopefully we can back the Tates Creek Commodores up here, and first and foremost, we don't want to get them too much of a punt return. They've killed us on special teams there in the 3rd. Davis awaits a snap. On 4th and long, got a good one. Gets it a little line drive, but it's shanked a little bit. It's going to go out of bounds at the Tates Creek 43. Not much of a kick from Cam Davis. Having trouble kicking that football. And Tates Creek's got good field position. We're hoping to get them backed up there, but that didn't happen. So Tates Creek will take over 1st and 10. Pretty good field position. Referee will spot it at the 41. Tates Creek down by 14. 37-23, so the Tomcat defense got to be called upon right here. 2 wideouts on the near side, Cooper and Evans. The quarterback now is number 4. That is the other Cooper, TJ, and he's alone in the backfield. They put 2 wideouts to the left. They give it on the end around, and that's Allen who comes around, and he brings it up near the 43-44-yard line. Or bring up 2nd down for Tates Creek's Commodores. Allen picks up, let's see, you're going to put it at the 45. That's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Commodores now at their own 45. Tomcat defense got to get tough. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left, the short side. Allen in the backfield with Taylor. Taylor looks to throw out here in the flat, and that was way behind everybody. Incomplete. Intended over there for J.T. Cooper. That wasn't even close. That'll bring up 3rd down for Tates Creek. Tomcat defense, see if we can rise to the occasion here and ring the bell and get that football back on 3rd down at about 6 at their own 45-yard line. It may be 4-down territory for those Commodores, I'll see. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left, 2 to the left, and Taylor in the shotgun formation. Awaits the snap. Tomcats coming hard. Taylor under pressure, and down he goes back at the 35. Great pressure from the Tomcat defense. They just nailed him back at the 35-yard line, and a loss of about 10. Great job by Chad Tackett and the Tomcats to call the blitz. I mean, everybody was coming. And it'll be 4th down for Tates Creek. And Hitchcock will punt it away with Ashland leading it 37-23. Tomcat offense will get it right back and Hopefully we can take her right down the field. More importantly, eat up a lot of clock. We're in the fourth stanza with Ashland leading it by 14. Tates Creek, another player short on the punt team. They get one in there. Hitchcock awaits the snap. Oh, it's over his head again. He picks it up at the 20, runs right. Gets off a dandy kick, though. It'll hit the 40, 35. Still rolling down near the 30-yard line. Bad snap again from Tates Creek, but it turns out to a nice punt for the Commodores, and Ashland will start 70 yards away from pay dirt as they lead it 37-23 over the Tates Creek Commodores. First and 10 for Ashland. They'll spot it at the 30. Cats trying to get to 1-1. Tates Creek undefeated so far. Tomcat offense still on the far side. Getting last-minute play calling from Coach Tackett, and here they come. Hughes will be your quarterback as always. Two wideouts right, Duckweiler and Lyons. Wolf to the near side. Football in the middle of the field. Cam Davis in the backfield with Justin Hughes on 1st and 10 at their 30. Hughes going to give it to Davis. All right, up the middle, big hole, 35-40. Cuts outside, breaks a tackle at the 45. Oh, I beg your pardon, that's Simpkins. He brings it up near the 48-yard line. Great run by Simpkins. He takes it from his own 30. 5 and up near the 48 and a gain of 13 and another Tomcat first down. Cats are moving the football. That's what we need to do. Keep it in bounds, run it, and take it right down the field and put another score up there. Another score should ice it for the Cats, I would think. All right, again, Hughes, your quarterback. Lyons and Duckweiler left. Wolf up on top, the wide side of the field. Simpkins again in the backfield with Hughes. Takes a snap, gives it to Simpkins. Here he comes. Big hole 50, 45-40. Late flag comes in as they'll take it down to the 38. But I think they'll probably bring that back on a hold call against the Tomcats. Simpkins picked up about 13-14 on the play, but they'll bring that one back. Looks like a hold on Ashland. And that'll do first down all over again. It is a hold against the Tomcats. Here in the fourth, Ashland leading it by 14, 37-23. And they'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage, which is about the 48. That'll take it back to the 38. Nope, they're going to put it at the 41. We got a break there. Only a 7-yard penalty. We'll take it. It'll be 1st and 17 for Ashland now at their own 41. I think I'd run that same play again. Two wideouts to the right, one to the left. Hughes in the shotgun formation, one running back to his left. Big hole opens up, 40, 45, 46-yard line. I believe that was Davis this time around. Nope, beg your pardon. Luke McCoy brings it up near the 46. Brings up second down at about 12 on a gain of 5. Tomcats, of course, playing without Maverick Ashby and Luke Ellis. McCoy and Simpkins have done a great job, and Woodman on defense has done a great job replacing those two players. 2nd and 12 for Ashland, behind the chains, though, at their own 46-yard line. Wolf comes to the near side. Lyons and Duckweiler go up on top. Football in the middle of the field. Hughes going to give on the delay. No, he's going to roll out to the right. Got his man at the 50, 45, and close to the first down marker. Depending on the spot over there by the official, he's going to call him about a yard short. Looks like he's going to spot him at the 44 on the pass to Duckweiler. Now bring up 3rd and short for the Cats, about 2 at the Henry Clay 44-yard line on the gain of 10. 3rd and 2 for the Cats now. I think we'd almost be in 4-down territory. They have it at the Tates Creek 44. Again, Hughes in the shotgun. Nope, he's going to go to the wishbone. Full house backfield, the wishbone formation. Hughes up under center. Last man through. There goes McCoy. He's battling for the first down. Got it more. Inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Great job by Luke McCoy. I'm telling you, that kid runs hard. Whew, does he run hard. Down to the 44, line of scrimmage, and they'll spot the football at about the 38 and a gain of 6 for the Cats, and yet another first down. Big first down pickup on 3rd, 1st and 10 for Ashland at the Tates Creek 38-yard line. Football's moved over the far hash mark. Hughes looks to the sideline to get his play. He's taking his ever-loving time. I don't blame him. We're here in the fourth quarter with Ashland up by 14 points. Take your time, run that clock down, fellas. Wishbone formation again for the Cats. Hughes will go up under center. 2 halfbacks, and of course a man up front. Last man through gets a call. Bounces outside, didn't get much inside the 35, maybe the 34. Goes the Tomcats. Got maybe 2-3 yards on the play. We'll bring up second down. And they'll give him 3, almost 4. We've got another good spot there. We'll take it. Second down and 7 for the Cats at the just inside the Tates Creek 34-yard line. I think Tates Creek wants a timeout. No, they don't. Again, the wishbone formation, full house backfield. McCoy is your fullback. 2 halfbacks on second down and about 6. Pitch back to Davis. Tried to get outside. Sidesteps 1. Gets it inside the 30-yard line. Close to the first down. Going to be about a yard short. I think they'll put it about the 29. And brings up another third down conversion try for the Cats, who've been very successful, especially here in the second half. Clock is rolling. We're in the fourth quarter with the Tomcats leading it 37-23 and driving at the Tates Creek 29-yard line. Again, wishbone formation. Hughes up under center. He's going to give it. Last man through. There goes Davis, and he plunges forward. That's going to be close. Spins on the old spot of the football by the official. Nevertheless, Tomcats will go for it on fourth down. No question about it. Yeah, let's see where they're going to spot it, Mr. Referee. I think they're going to spot it short, or are they going to bring out the chains? Well, they're going to call timeout. And we got another Tates Creek player down at the Ashland 27. Looks like he's got, leg cramps. And they'll send both teams to the benches to get a little water break as they stretch the chains out. Let's see if it's going to be a first down or not. We've got about 8 minutes to go here in the fourth and final. Ashland up 37-23. Well, the first down first down mark is short by about foot and a half, something like that. It's going to bring up, nope. Official says, let's give that first down. We'll take it. We'll take that first down, all right. Tomcats pick up that first down, keeps this drive alive, and makes it 1st and 10 for Ashland at the 29 of Lexington Tates Creek. Ashland leading it 37-23. This would be an awful good win for the Cats if they can get it here tonight. Good comeback, good after losing to Raceland last week at home. Again, the full house backfield. We're in the wishbone again. It'll be Hughes up under center. Ryday Rucker in there to run the football, but he doesn't get the call. They give it off the left side, right back, halfback off that left side. Barrels his way inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Is Simpkins. It'll be second down for the Cats on a gain of 6. Second and about 4 for the Cats at the 22-yard line of Lexington Tates Creek. 37-23, Ashland leads it by 14. The score here put it out of reach, I believe. Davis, a halfback, with Simpkins. The fullback is Ryday Rucker. The quarterback is Mr. Justin Hughes, the sophomore. Second and short. Here goes Davis off that right side. Breaks a tackle inside the 20. He's got the first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 Ashland inside the red zone. He'll take it down to about the 18-yard line. Yep, 17-yard line. 1st and 10, the Tomcats are in the red zone. Don't know how many times they've been here tonight because I only got to see 2 or 3 plays the first half with all our technical problems. Or not very technical, it was more power problems, but we're okay now. 1st and 10 for the Cats. We've been on the air for the last several minutes, and knock on wood, we're going to be okay. 1st and 10 for Ashland at the 19. Let's call it the 18 of Tates Creek. Again, wishbone formation, double tight ends. Give it off the left side. There goes Simpkins. He powers his way inside the 15 or 16, I guess. Maybe it is a 15. To about the 14, 13-yard line goes Simpkins, the junior. Gets about 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. 4 down territory for the Cats now, though. In this red zone, down to the Tates Creek 16, 17-yard line. Again, it's Davis, Simpkins, and Ryday Rucker as the fullback in the up position. And he's there for one reason only. Knock people on their butts. Justin Hughes will go up under center. Tomcats running that play clock down. Right side, there goes Davis. He cuts back at the 10. 5, touchdown, Tomcats. Cam Davis will put this one out of reach as he scores from about 17 yards out. And the Tomcats have blown it out to a 43-23 lead with, let me look at the clock here, about 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 3 touchdown lead for the Cats seems to be pretty safe. And they'll bounce back with a big win here tonight over the Lexington Tates Creek Commodores, a 6A team. That'll give you a lot of points in the RPI, I'll tell you that. Barnett to try the extra point. Sutton will step it. Ball is placed on its way. Perfect. Right down Broadway. 3:14 left to go here in the football game. It's Ashland 44 and Lexington Tates Creek 23. We'll return in just a moment here on 97.9 The River.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Tomcats now leading at 44-23. Ensuing kickoff, another squib kick. Tates Creek will fall on it. They'll have good field position, but they trail it by 21, but nearing the 3-minute mark of this football game at their own 44-yard line. Other scores to pass along, Russell leads Greenup 28-15. Garrett County over Lawrence County 17-14. That's our opponent next Thursday, don't forget. Boyd County hammering Rock Hill 41-21. Raceland is beating the poop out of Pleasure Ridge Park of Louisville 57-14. Johnson Central 15, Madison Central 14. That's all I got to pass along to you now. All right, Taylor's your quarterback. He's going to give it to Allen. Big hole opens up. He'll run for big yardage inside the Ashland 45 to the 40 and down to about the 35-yard line. Big gainer there of about 19. 1st and 10 for Tates Creek now. Tomcat defense can't just think it's over. It ain't over yet till the fat lady sings. She's warming up, though. 1st and 10, Tates Creek at the Ashland 35. Ashland leading by 3 touchdowns. Taylor is your quarterback in the shotgun, going to give it off that left side. Tomcat defense loses a man again. As Evans will carry the football down near the 25 and very close to another first down. And it will be a first down. On the gain of 11. Back-to-back big runs by Tates Creek. Watch out now, you're getting a little too lackadaisical. 1st and 10, Tates Creek. They have it at the Ashland 20. Let's see, about the 27-yard line. Ashland leading it 44-23. Again, the shotgun formation, 3 wideouts right, the wide side, 1 to the left. They flip it out in here in the flat. Taylor's got it from Evans this time, and he didn't get much. Takes it inside the 25 to maybe the 20. Well, they're going to give him the 20-yard line, another good spot. And on a gain of about 6. Second down and 4 for Tates Creek at the Ashland 20-yard line. 3 wideouts again up on top, 1 to the right. Burnside is back in at quarterback. A running back tucked in behind Mr. Burnside is Allen. Here's Burnside, gives to Allen, straight up the gut. The Tomcats are there to meet him and greet him and throw him down at about the 18-yard line. Didn't get a whole lot there, a couple of yards maybe. Second down and long for Tates Creek. Ashland leading it 44-23 here at Roy Walton Stadium at Tates Creek High School in Lexington. Burnside looks to the sideline to get the play call from Coach Hawks. Has it and heads back to the huddle where it is second down about 8 at the 18. Excuse me, into the red zone goes Tates Creek. 2 wideouts left, 2 to the right. Burnside in the shotgun formation. Again, Allen's back there with him. Burnside throws it out here in the flat. Got his man. That is Evans. He'll sidestep 1 step back and actually loses yardage back to the 20-yard line. I'm sure they'll give him his forward progress, but he actually lost yardage there. And no gain on the play. Third down for Lexington Tates Creek. Tates Creek's going to burn a timeout here. Ashland leading it 44-23 over Lexington Tates Creek. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us here on 97.9 The River.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Fourth down, about 3 for Tates Creek at the Ashland 19. Ashland up by 21. Again, the the shotgun formation to give to Allen. He didn't get there. They stack him up at about the 18-yard line. He's going to be short, and the Tomcats will take over on downs as they stop the clock, with Ashland leading it 44-23 over Lexington Tates Creek. And the official's going to look things over, and that will do it. As both teams head to the benches. And Ashland's going to have to run a play or two, and that should do it. First and 10 Ashland. Basically the time for the victory formation for the Cats. They go into the victory formation, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Hughes will go right up under center. Tomcats will drop Davis back in the safety position, back at about the 8-9-yard line. And Tates Creek players are headed to the dressing room. They don't waste any time, do they? All right, Hughes takes the call. He hits the knee, takes the snap, hits the knee, and that will do it. The Tomcats have come back from an opening game loss at home to Raceland on a last-second field goal, 17-14, to hammer the 6A Lexington Tates Creek Commodores. Final score is Ashland 44 and Tates Creek 23. Good win for the Cats. They now get to 1-1 on the season as the Commodores fall to 1-1 on the season. In that third quarter, let's see what the Tomcats did. They scored 21 points in that fourth quarter. That's a pretty good night. All right, final score again, Ashland 44, Lexington Tates Creek 23. We'll be back and talk about this one. Won't be able to get Coach Chad Tackett on the air tonight, but we'll come back and talk about it for a half that I get to see. Didn't get to see much of the first half because of the electricity problems we had, but it's all well and good, especially when you win. 44-23, Tomcats win it. We'll be back in a minute. You're on 97.9 The River.
It's the 25th Annual Ribfest Barbecue and Food Festival. It's finger-licking time, September 4th through the 7th at Harris Riverfront Park. The 25th Annual Ribfest Barbecue and Food Festival showcases world-class barbecue vendors that travel throughout the country, serving up the best lip-smacking, award-winning barbecued ribs, chicken, and sauces you'll ever experience, along with a variety of other great foods and desserts. Enjoy pony rides, inflatables, the zip line, a petting zoo, and more. Thursday is Country Music Night featuring Southern Drawl. Friday features tributes to Hart and Fleetwood Mac. Saturday, it's a tribute to the Blues Brothers and West Virginia's famous Esquires. Come hungry and check out the variety of food vendors and enjoy great entertainment, great food, cold beer, rides, and lots of fun for the whole family at the 25th Annual Ribfest Barbecue and Food Festival, September 4th through the 7th at Harris Riverfront Park in downtown Huntington. See you there. Sponsored by University Ford, HD Media, Comart, Budweiser, WSAZ, West Banco, and Kendrick Communications.
Our Kendrick Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
Daily Tire. Stop in for a checkup. Call 740-446-8473 or visit dailytire.com. Ohio Valley Bank, dedicated to giving you the financial answers you deserve. Member FDIC. Mark Porter Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Jackson, Ohio. Home of the Car Ferry. Online at markporterautogroup.com.
No down payment? No problem. Here at KFB, we make home ownership easy with our no down payment home loans. Whether you're buying your first home or ready for something new, KFB is here to guide you every step of the way. Apply today and take the first step toward your dream home with no money down. Restrictions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. KFB, the better bank. Located at Ashland, Catlettsburg, Louisa, Summit, and Wheelersburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
Roy Walton Stadium here in Lexington at Tates Creek High, where the Tomcats even their record to 1-1 with a big shellacking of Tates Creek and the Commodores by the final count of 44 to 23. Tomcats win it here tonight. Is that right? Yeah, 44-23. And I'm sorry about all the problems we had in the first half with equipment here and at the studio, and the power problems we had here with the Wi-Fi being knocked out for, well, a half a play anyway. But we finally got it up and running, and it stayed with us through the second half and got to bring you another Tomcat win, 44-23 over Tates Creek, getting the record to 1-1. And Chad Tackett gets his first win of 2025. Good second half plays for the Tomcats. Ashland led it at the half, 29-9, and tacked on what is that? About 15 more points in the second half. And Tates Creek, they got about the same. Ashland got ahead early at 7-0. Tates Creek scored a field goal to make it 7-3, and Ashland had a fumble. They ran in for a touchdown to make it 9-7 on the missed extra point. Tomcats went back on top at 13-9 and led it at half as they scored 16 straight, 29-9. In the third quarter, the Tomcats got a few more scores and bumped that lead up to 37-23, and they win it by 21 here tonight over Tates Creek, 44-23. I don't have any stats for you because I was too busy trying to get the game on the air, so I can't really talk about stats. And Coach Tackett won't be joining us either because it's a mess. But we'll talk about that. Tuesday night. And I'll tell you about Tuesday in just a moment. But I want to tell you, Tomcat football brought to you in part by McLeod's Body Shop, Community Trust Bank, helping build communities since 1903, and by Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank, I always like to say. Ashland wins it 44-23. Now, let's talk about Thursday night. Our next game is down in Louisa against Lawrence County. That'll be played on Thursday night. Kickoff, is at 7:30. I don't know why we're playing on Thursday. Maybe Lawrence has got a day off Friday or something or whatever, but nevertheless, we're playing Thursday night against Lawrence County at their facility down there. Beautiful new facility, I might add. Tomcats will go in 1-1. Lawrence County lost tonight to Garrett County, and I'll run down the scores after our next break. And so the Cats will have a Thursday night game, Thursday, 7:30, Ashland at Lawrence County. Tates Creek's next game, they're here at home on Friday night. They'll be hosting South Oldham. Well, it's Ashland 44, Lexington Tates Creek 23. We'll come back. I'll run down some scores for you, and we'll call it a night here on 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
I pick up litter at the neighborhood park.
I volunteer at my local food bank.
I help build homes in my community.
No matter where you are in West Virginia, there's always a chance to be kind. That's because every mountaineer is a volunteer. Help us make a difference during the National Day of Service on September 11th. Visit volunteer.wv.gov to find an opportunity near you. Brought to you by Volunteer West Virginia, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station.
It may be goodbye summer in Huntington, but it's hello deals here at University Ford. Broncos up to $8,000 off or finance at 0%. Escapes up to $6,000 off or just $292 a month. Explorers now up to $5,500 off. Plus 0% financing and up to 125% of KBB for your trade. New ownership, improved process, better deals. Visit us at University Ford in Huntington or online at universityfordwd.com. See deal for complete details on all offers.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Well, let's sort down some scores from our area, maybe around the state. It was Johnson Central beating Madison Central 15-14. Boyd County hammered Rock Hill 41-21. Russell beat Greenup 28-15. Our next opponent, Lawrence County, lost to Garrett County 17-14. Raceland was beating Pleasure Ridge Park 56-14. Sheesh. And Raceland's they're for real sports fans. Cold Grove beat Adena tonight 37-7. So that's the way it is. And of course the final here is Ashland 44 and Lexington Tates Creek 23. 3-touchdown win for the Tomcats. For the Tomcats, that's their second straight win over Tates Creek. Last time we played them was at home, and beat them 23-12. And this is the first time we beat them down here ever, as they were 2-0 against us here. And, of course, they won that 1972 state championship game at Stoll Field right here in Lexington, the last game ever played at Stoll Field, the old Kentucky Wildcat football stadium. We lost that one 16-7 in the AA state championship. But Cats get the win tonight, and that's what's most important. Final score again is Ashland 44 and Lexington Tates Creek 23. Now, don't forget about Tuesday night. We'll have our Tomcat Midweek Coaches Show. Coach Chad Tackett and myself will be at Fat Patty's at 15th and Winchester Avenue starting at 7. We'll go for an hour. We'll take your questions. They're live if you want to submit a question, or you can text me if you have a question or two, whatever it may be. But it'll be a fun night. We invite you down to Fat Patty's. Plus, they have great food. Oh, Fat Patty's food is just outstanding. And we'll have food for you. It's not free, but it's very reasonably priced and very, very good. So there you go. Can't beat that. You got Chad Tackett. You got good food at Fat Patty's. I mean, what more you ask for, right? Ashland 44, Lexington Tates Creek 23. Cats won it here tonight. A game that, well, Tates Creek's got some work to do on their defense. Last week they gave up 39 points to Mercer County, and this week they give up 44 for the Tomcats. The difference is the Tomcat defense played much better than Mercer County's defense. Our defense is not the question. It was our offense, and I think we answered a lot of questions here tonight, putting up 44 points on the board. Ashland 44, Lexington Tates Creek 23. I want to thank everybody all week long who've busted their buns to try to get our equipment fixed here, there, and everywhere. It all starts with guys back at the studio, Kenny and Paul and Lowell. All those guys got us on the air, and Big John, can't forget about Big John, got us on the air tonight. It was a little late, but half a broadcast is better than none, I always say. And, of course, I got to thank my grandson Maddox. Made the trip down here with me to take care of all my equipment needs and run here and run there for me. So I got to thank my grandson Maddox for helping me out. And that'll do it. This is Dickie Martin. Final score again, Ashland 44, Lexington Tates Creek 23. We'll see you Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at Fat Patty's, 97.9 The River.